Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you very much for subscribing. It is really appreciated. And welcome to another That Was the Week That Was. So, sat here in the office on what is quite a hot Saturday afternoon, hoping to get out there soon with something refreshing. So, how was this week? Well, Monday was good actually. Monday, I spent the first part of the morning on online call to a colleague who's just submitted his PhD thesis, and I was doing what I could to help him prepare for his viva. So I'm going to read his thesis for him and try and come up with some challenges that are really quite niggling and really quite harsh, and then hopefully if he practices the response for those he won't get them asked and everything will be so much smoother on the day. Good feeling, really good feeling. I know exactly where he is, so close. I had a bit of a catch-up call on one of the contracts with two good friends. That was productive. And then it's business indemnity and professional liability insurance day. Yeah, every year my broker seems to get bought out or subsumed into another organisation. So of course it can't just renew online. No, that would be far too simple. I had to speak to them again as if I was a brand new customer. So what became Clear Business last year was now Simply Business. So went through that rigmarole of what I needed, cover, and then it was off to the opticians in the afternoon for a very expensive eye test. Well, the eye test wasn't expensive, but the end result certainly was. And of course, one of the benefits of being your own boss and being a director of your own company is that you can take that time off when you need to. It also allows you to pay that time back on an evening, but there we go. Tuesday was again mainly another productive day, and I went to the gym 2 o'clock in the afternoon to break the day up. I got a call from Simply Business. There's an oxymoron. On the day my insurance was due to expire, their review panel have decided they don't want to cover things in the defence arena anymore. Thank you ever so much. So the rest of that day was spent trying to work out another broker. Luckily, I managed to go to the insurer direct and get it sorted, but bizarrely, it wasn't any cheaper, even though I wasn't paying broker costs. But hey, there we go. At least I'm covered for another year. Next year, I might just be able to renew automatically. That would be lovely. But these are the things sent to tries. Wednesday was good, but then I had phone calls for two different brokers. And Clear Business, last year's, rang me to make sure I was all covered and set up for the year. So I'd explained what Simply Business had told me, and they seemed quite surprised. So I did suggest that they might want to have a chat with their friends at Simply Business, but hey, yeah, they clearly don't want mine. If they don't want to cover the defence industry, I walk. There we go. And then Gallagher rang actually, who apparently was passed my detail over for Simply Business. And I did say, if they ring, I'll give them some 4 o'clock on the previous day. And they rung 36 hours later. So thanks, but no thanks. Thursday was good. Had a hospital appointment as part of my ongoing recovery and monitoring for the next 3 years, I think now. All went well. But it was bizarre. I walked into the outpatients bit and there was a bit of an altercation. I didn't think it was an altercation at first. I thought it was a heated discussion between hospital staff and clinicians. There were clinicians in uniform, male, female, and the lady that was very, very, what I thought quite loud and thought, well, that's not very professional, was in what I would class as business attire, if I can. Turns out she wasn't. It was a patient and she was unhappy with something. But do you know what? The nurses there never raised their voice once. They remained calm because she couldn't help but hear it. Never raised their voice once. It was incredible the calm that they kept. But what was more remarkable was, despite that calm nature, the woman in like the business attire, her volume level never dropped down. She was angry, and I was sat there thinking, nothing they can say to you is bringing down your volume. And then I think I'm going to assume he was a doctor just because of the stethoscope and the uniform he's wearing, came and matched her volume level. I thought, this isn't going to help. And unsurprisingly, it didn't. But fair play to the nurses. Well, I'm going to say nurse because she was wearing what I think is a matron or a sister's uniform. Never raised their voice once. And yeah, that was suitably impressive. But again, hospital checkup, Grantham, that's an hour and a half out of my day. I got the opportunity to work late on the Thursday. Yeah, and look, Friday was great. Morning's consultancy, and what I do now is I do my writing in the afternoon. So next 2 articles for Substack, hint, hint, are ready and they're primed to go. So please do look out for them. And now it's the weekend, and it's chores time. The garden beckons, but maybe not for the lawnmower just yet, because that sun does look very appealing. Thanks for watching, guys. You know it makes sense. All the cool kids want to be a safety scientist. Cheers, guys. Take care now. Bye-bye.